If you're short on time and you want to lose body fat, you might be wondering if 2 workouts a week is enough to make that happen. Well, in this video, we're going to explore that and find out if 2 workouts a week can get you the body you want. To get the best results in terms of muscle tone and shape and gaining a little bit of size, you want to hit those body parts once every 5 days. So doing a workout on, say, a Monday and a Thursday or a Tuesday and a Saturday actually fills that prescription quite well. So to answer the question, is 2 workouts a week enough to lose body fat? Well, it's yes. But there is one critical mistake that most people make that actually prevents them from seeing results. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to avoid the mistakes that most people make so that you can maximize your fat loss in just 2 workouts a week. All right, so the truth is there's actually several mistakes that people make, not just one. But when it comes to 2 workouts a week, if you do them correctly, you can see your body change. And that's by using the best exercises and challenging yourself, and of course being consistent. And a little later in this video, I'll give you a workout structure so you'll know exactly what you need to do in the gym and how to do it. So the first mistake is picking the wrong exercises. So if you're working out twice a week, you want exercises that are going to give you more bang for your buck. And those are ones that work that larger body part, like your legs and your back and your chest. Spending time on biceps and triceps is not going to change you significantly, and you don't really need to do them if you are going heavy enough and using what we call the basic lifts. Your squats, rows, bench press, pull-ups, those all work the smaller body parts indirectly. When you train back, you're automatically hitting your biceps and your shoulders. When you train chest, you're also hitting your shoulders and your triceps. So to spend time on these smaller muscle groups that don't burn as much calories and don't impact your metabolism like the larger ones is kind of a waste of time if you only have 2 days a week to work out. So first is picking those compound exercises, the ones where you can actually move a lot of weight, and trying your best not to use machines in this scenario because your free weights are also going to command your body to work on stabilization. So that means your core is getting worked, your lower back is getting worked, and some of the smaller muscles around the knee joints and the shoulders are also going to get work because they have to stabilize your body in these different positions with free weights versus machines where you're guided through that machine's range of motion, not your own. So the first mistake is picking the wrong exercises. So now that we know what exercises that you should use, the second mistake is actually not working hard enough. Just because you're breathing heavy doesn't mean you're really challenging your muscles. It's not a cardiovascular workout you're looking for with this type of training. You're looking to stimulate your muscles in the least amount of time. And you do that by challenging them. And to challenge them, you need to use heavier weight, which means you're going 6 repetitions, maybe 8 repetitions, but you're not going to do repetitions in the range of 15 to 20. That's more cardiovascular, and even though that's a great way to train, that's not going to maximize the time for your efforts. So when you're working out, you want to make sure your last 2 or 3 reps are ones that you have to really focus on in order to keep your body working properly. So that means if you're doing squats, you have to think about pushing the heels through the floor. You also have to think about keeping your quadriceps tight, keeping your hamstrings tight, and even squeezing your glutes as you go up. And on top of that, you have to also think about keeping the abdominals tight and keeping your back tight to hold the weight. So when you're working all of these different body parts at the same time and concentrating on all of those muscles too, that's going to create the intensity that you need to see your body change. And if you feel you're learning something from this video, go ahead and hit the like button so I know. And if you have any questions about how you should structure your 2-day-a-week workout, then leave it in the comments because I do check them and I'll answer you. All right, so once again, I didn't really tell you the whole truth. There's actually a lot of mistakes. So I'm just going to cover as many as I can think of and not try to tell you how many there are. The next mistake is doing the same routine over and over again. So yes, you do want to follow routine so that you can get stronger and you can know what your weights are and challenge yourself each time. A routine is only as good as it takes your body to adapt to. So if it takes 2 weeks for your body to adapt to a workout, which means that it's no longer challenging, or if it takes 3, 4, 5 weeks, then that's how long you stick to it. And that is going to be different for everyone depending on what your fitness history is. Usually the longer you've been training, and that means consistent, hard, challenging training for years, then you're probably going to adapt faster than somebody who's brand new. But equally important is the mistake of not keeping track of your weight. If you want to get the most results in the least amount of time, you have to know your numbers. You have to know where you're starting. You have to know what weight you did on that particular exercise, how many repetitions, and you need to be able to challenge yourself the next workout to either increase the repetitions, increase the weight, or just feel that you're working harder. So for example, if you're keeping a workout log, which you should if you're trying to get the most out of your workouts, you should be making notes with each exercise you do, or maybe even each set that you do. Because there's a big difference between doing an exercise for 4 sets that are very easy versus one where the sets get progressively more challenging and where you might not even get all of the prescribed repetitions out in the last set. So that is how you'll be able to track it. And you're never going to be able to remember all of the numbers of each set you did, how much rest you took, if it was challenging, how it felt, should you increase the weight. But without tracking, you are going to spend some time wasted. You're going to repeat sets that were already easy because you forgot, or you're going to use weight that's way too heavy and waste a set doing half a repetition because it was too much and you have to go back down. To really get the most out of each workout, keep a log, and that's going to get your progress faster and your results faster. Now, you also need to know not only what exercises to do, but how to arrange them in a time-efficient way in order to see your body change with those 2 workouts a week. And I want to show you that in a second. But first, there are still a couple more mistakes to go through. Another mistake is don't go through the motions. Make sure you're really working that muscle. That's what intensity is all about. It's not just going heavy or going hard. It's about using that particular muscle to activate the movement and control the movement through the entire range of motion. And sometimes you're going to have to back off the weight to relearn these things, but it'll be worth it in the long run. Now, we're talking about high intensity workouts, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be a CrossFit type workout. So if you wanted to throw in burpees and mountain climbers and all that kind of stuff, that is intense. It is cardiovascular. I wouldn't replace the heavy weight training with it. But if you wanted to intersperse some of that throughout the workout, that's fine too. But those are things I feel are easier to do in 5 or 10 minutes at home. You don't need weights to do that kind of stuff, and you can probably find 5 or 10 minutes at home, and then, wow, now you're not doing 2 workouts a week anymore. You're doing maybe 2.5 or 2.25, depending on how much of that you do. So although those are great exercises and they're a good cardiovascular workout, focus on challenging your muscles to get stronger if you really want to see the faster results. So let's go over a workout structure so that you'll know exactly what to do in the gym and how to do it. Now, when it comes to the workouts, it doesn't mean you have to do straight sets. You don't have to go and do 5 sets of squats. You can mix it up, and supersets is the best way to get a lot of work done in a little amount of time. Take 2 body parts, whether they're antagonistic body parts like back and chest or quads and hams or glutes and quads, and superset. Do one exercise, immediately go to the other exercise, then take a little rest and repeat. So basically, while one part of your body is resting, the opposite side is working and vice versa. And that's actually going to help speed up your recovery, and that's going to help stretch the muscle that's not working while the other one is working. So it's quite an effective way not only to train your muscles, but also to save time. Now, on that thought, you can also make a circuit. It doesn't mean you have to only do 2 exercises. You can take 4 exercises and do them back to back to back, 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 back to back to back to back, and then take a little bit of rest and start over again. So you could do a circuit of 4 exercises, do it 2 or 3 times through, and you're done. So that's a pretty quick workout if you've got the ability to do that in your gym, and not everybody can. Sometimes gyms are busy when you go, sometimes they're not. So like anything else when you're trying to change your body, consistency is important, but so is your nutrition. If you're not eating the healthy foods and eating on a schedule, then you're not going to see results either. So make sure you watch this video about how to structure your meals for maximum fat loss. So the truth is, you don't have to work out 5 days a week in order to get results. You just have to work out intensely with the best exercises that change your body. Inevitably, when I'm talking with my one-on-one consulting clients, they end up with a schedule change. We have to pare it down to 2 days a week. And we can do more than maintain with those, and they actually continue to make progress. So it can be done. It's not an excuse to say, I can't work out more than twice this week, so why bother? You don't want to do that. You definitely can make good use of that time, even though it's not much time. And if you're looking for an all-in-one approach that you can do on your own, I have the Fitness Makeover program, and it has modules on nutrition, on mindset, and workouts. You'll have not only workouts that you can do at home, but you also have a gym plan that you can print out and take with you using the best exercises to change your body. Plus, you'll learn how to structure your proper nutrition so that you can speed up fat loss, and how to set goals the right way that will help encourage you rather than frustrate you. So check that out in the link below. So there you go. You can make progress with fat loss in 2 workouts a week. But just like everything else when it comes to fitness, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Now, if you want more information on how to do these exercises, check out my video, The Top 3 Exercises to Transform Your Body.